watch old Pirate Magoo star in Captain Kidd. A salty story filled to the gullet with pirates and buried treasure. Let me give you a preview of how I will look as William Kidd. First, a hat. Now a coat. You know, as Captain Kidd, I am in charge of a crew of cutthroats who would think nothing of sneaking up on you while your back is turned and... Oh, hand me, you blackguard! Take that! Hand that! Can't trust those sneaky pirates. And now for the most important part of my costume, an eye patch. There we are. Prepare to set sail. Dad rat it, I can't see through this telescope worth a darn. I'll not stand for any tomfoolery aboard my ship, by George. Someone will walk the plank for this. Yes, sir.
Rum makes you a bigger liar than when you're sober, Billy Wells.
Liar, is it? I leave it to Tom Jarvis there. Tell him, Tom. You knew Captain Kidd better than any man alive.
No man ever knew William Kidd. No will neither. I were with William Kidd the better part of 10 years. Kidd's crew respected him. There was only one man aboard the ship who really hated Kidd. Him they called Red Dog because of his red hair and his growling, snarly way of talking like it's not.
Aye, bring her into the wind, helmsman.
Into the wind, aye.
Our defenses is a trim-bottom brigantine, and steers so. She's not a round washtub to wallow in the troughs of the waves.
There was an enemy for Captain Kidd for sure. Not that he needed new ones.
Sail you! Where? Away!
A point off the starboard bow, Captain.
Yon merchantman looks fat and full of gold.
Captain Kidd!
What now? What now, Jarvis?
Yon ship is flying the Dutch flag.
Aye, so she be. So she be.
And we be at peace with the Dutch.
More's the pity, eh?
We only got a letter of marque to seize French ships, Cap.
Yeah, good King William might find his coffers richer were he go to war with the Dutch and Spanish, as well as the accursed French, eh? Search out and destroy all French shipping. It says the blasted letter. What shipping? How long since our last prize, Mr. Mate?
Some time, Captain.
6 weeks, Mr. Mate. 6 empty prizeless weeks. Thinking I'm taking a sea voyage for my health or for yours? Gold, Mr. Lump of a first mate. G-O-L-D, gold. Clear for action, Mr. Henry.
But, 'tis piracy.
The word is expediency, you slob.
She's Dutch, Captain.
And should bring 5,000 pounds by the look of her, huh? Beat to quarters, Mr. Henry.
Aye, aye, sir. Battle stations, you miserable monkeys!
A taste of iron. Get ready to board, you monkeys.
Get
ransom, lads. A king's ransom.
And a hold full of spices from the Indies.
To say naught of what the ship will bring at auction. Well, Mr. Mate, are ye still interested in what others may say of us?
Whether that were the actual beginning like of the captain's piracy, I do not know. But to see the way the gentry kowtowed to William Kidd in New York, to see the respect they held him and his money in, it were hard to believe this same man was a pirate.
A pleasure to serve you, Captain.
Yes, and how much did the Dutch merchantman bring, Jolie?
Hush, sir. If it were to get out that I dealt in contraband,
And who would hear? Only all the others, who are only too happy to have me do their dirty work for them, huh?
But, begging your pardon, Captain, piracy. I meant no harm.
You must forgive my temper, but that word is one that any respectable captain of a king's privateer would resent. And now the accounting for my prize, eh?
Did you ever help him bury treasure, Tom?
Nay, every time we returned from a sea voyage, the captain disappeared. And part of the prize money and part of the jewels disappeared with him. But where he might have buried his fortune, even if he buried it, I do not know.
I tell ye, me own gaffer saw him with his own eyes, he did. A burying the sea chest he was, right there, not 50 yards from Long Island Sound itself.
Buried it himself, did he?
He had 2 of his pirate crew, he did. And when they'd finished, see, what did the murdering rogue do but shoot 'em dead and kick their carcasses into the same hole with the treasure?
Ah, old wives' tales. William Kidd were a harsh captain, but not a foolish one. You don't kill the men who help you sail your ship.
But I hear tell he weren't too particular about what kind of flag his prizes flew.
Aye, that's true. Kidd's god were money, and he was sometimes careless about how he came by it. I told you, sir, it was a sound business move. The day we decided to back you in your ventures, Captain.
So he did. And until recently, I agreed most heartily.
I had thought this to be a business meeting.
It is, Kidd, it is. The only question is, whose business?
Whatever's on your minds, spit it out.
Oh, how direct you sailing men are. Very well. We have heard rumors of a considerable amount of prize money paid you by...
So where is our percentage, Kidd? Are we or are we not partners?
Aye. In all ventures dealing with my letter of marque from His Majesty, you are indeed my grasping, greedy partners. But my latest business dealing was a thing apart, gentlemen. I do not know what you have heard, nor do I intend to discuss it further. But rest assured, if it was business, it was none of yours. And many thanks for the overbrewed coffee.
Oh, an arrogant scoundrel. I never liked him.
What matter? He has been useful.
A dishonest partner is a liability. If what we hear is more than rumor, Kidd sacked a neutral vessel. That is piracy. Piracy is punishable by hanging, is it not?
But the proof...
I've heard from one of the crew that there is a man sailing with Kidd named Red Dog who has little or no love for its captain. He might be persuaded to turn informer for the sake of his king. Oh.
And 30 pieces of silver.
Precisely.
Ah, that were good, that were. And how may I serve ye fine gentlemen?
Oh, you can't.
Unless...
Unless what?
Unless ye hate Captain William Kidd as much as we do.
Hate is a luxury for the rich, good sirs. 'Tis a luxury you can now afford. Whatever you want of me, I'm your man.
That's the lot, Captain. 23 of the old, 6 recruits.
Pipe them into order. We sail on tomorrow's tide. Our destination, men? The Mediterranean Sea. Right? See this, lads? This is good King William's warrant. We sail under a letter of marque again, lads. Only this time, King William wants our help against the Algerian pirates. We can sack and pillage and burn to our heart's content, lads. And as long as it's only pirates, they'll kiss us in London. And how's that for a test to warm your innards? Yeah. All right. Clear the decks, Mr. Henry. We sail tomorrow to make our fortunes.
Enjoy yourself while you may, Captain Pirate. This'll be your last voyage.
And so Captain Kidd's voyage to the Mediterranean got underway. Once past Gibraltar where the Barbary apes played up and down the cliff's sides, Captain Kidd put us all to work of practicing our gunnery, practicing our boarding the ships. Even our cutlasses didn't have no chance to get rusty. But we thrived on the hard work we did. The Vengeance was a happy ship, or so we thought.
We'll begin our sweep here to the east of Tunis. Rich pickings, Mr. Mate, or I miss my guess, huh?
Captain Kidd, may I speak me mind?
Speak away, Mr. Longface.
You can say it's none of me business, but I don't like what's going to happen when the crew finds out.
Finds out what, mate?
About the spoils, Captain.
And why should they find out, man? Will you tell them?
Not I. I don't want my throat slit.
Ye worry too much, man.
Most of them are men who'd sell their grandmothers for a farthing. They'll grow ugly if they learn about the divisions of spoils.
And are ye saying it ain't a fair and equitable disposition, huh?
They know they got a share apiece the last time we went to privateering.
Aye, but that was against the French. It is pirates now. Yeah, half a share apiece is plenty. That much more for you and me, Mr. Mate. Officers come first now, don't they, huh? The crew ain't gonna know they've been had until we hit the port of New York again. And by that time, it'll be too late. Yeah, too late.
Too late, bye. But for who, Captain Pirate and Kidd? I tell you, the murdering rogue is out to cheat us of our rightful shares.
So you say, we all knows you hates the captain.
Aye, so I hates him, and why not? But I tell ye, I was listening.
If he's a telling of the truth, I, for one, ain't going to stand by and be cheated. And what do you want us to do? Mutiny, maybe? Take over the ship?
Why not? But there's more than one way to skin a cat. The bosun says we're liable to sight pirates any day now. So after we take the ship...
Sail ho! Where? Away!
A point off the starboard bow, Captain. Bearing down on us.
You make out the Ensign Jarvis.
Aye, aye, sir. A half moon on a white background.
Behind the day of Tunis's flag. That makes her a pirate, Mr. Henry. Beat to quarters, bosun! She'll go over 100 tons, Mr. Mate. And if she's been out any time at all, she'll have gold aboard her. Now, bring her alongside! Hey, madam! Get ready to board, you monkeys!
It were a short encounter, but a bloody one. That we come through with but 2 dead and 1 wounded.
Are you not with Tom Jarvis?
Nay, I have thought it over. I signed on for the full voyage.
So you're Kidd's man, eh?
I be no one's man save me own.
Nay, leave him be. One sound before morning and by heaven we'll come back to slit your throat.
Red Dog had thought out his plan well. The handful of desperate men stole that pirate ship out from under his nose. Come morning, Kidd was beside himself with rage.
And don't think those thieving swabs are gonna get away with this. I'll find them, mind you, if we have to sail to every port twixt here and Constantinople.
Brave words, but we all knew they was empty. The Mediterranean was big enough to hide a dozen ships like the one they took. He'd never find them now.
Hold her as she goes.
Aye, Captain.
Aye, aye, Captain Kidd.
Captain Kidd?
Think you any of these buccaneers in the Mediterranean have ever seen William Kidd?
Nay!
So that if a man call himself Kidd, should tales of a piratical act skip back to England or the colonies, why, 'twill be Captain William Ruddy Kidd who'll get the blame. You lad, paint out the pirate name and paint on vengeance.
Aye, aye. Aye, we'll sink a merchantman or a Spaniard.
And we'll tell him William Kidd done it.
Turn her about, Mr. Henry. We'll make for Gibraltar.
Aye, aye, sir.
I've had lean voyages before, but not like this. It all goes back to them swabs who stole our first prize off me. We ain't run down enough prizes since to pay for our new sails.
Will you return to New York, Captain?
I will, and marky, Mr. Mate. We'll re-outfit her and make for the Spanish Main again. It'll be the skull and crossbones for us. Hey, mate?
No one could know then, but e'en as he spoke, their lords of the Admiralty in London were being made aware of increased piracy in the Mediterranean. And the one name heard over and over again.
Kidd, Kidd, Kidd. 'Tis plain enough from these dispatches, my lords. This Kidd has turned into an out-and-out pirate, Demier. Issue a warrant and send a copy on the next frigate to the colonies.
Captain William Kidd?
None other.
I have a warrant for your arrest.
For what?
Acts of piracy committed in the Mediterranean.
Well, this is an outrage. I have committed no piracy.
Take him away.
I have a letter of marque from King William to tell you. Please. And the governor had William Kidd committed to the first prison ship to sail for England. Oh, there to face trial before the House of Lords for piracy on the high seas. Oh.
'Tis dreadful what has happened to poor, unfortunate William Kidd.
I fear his lips will be stilled forever.
And wouldn't my thieving friend Captain Kidd be pleased if he knew his old pal Red Dog had taken his place as your business partner?
He was hanged on Execution Dock in 1701, like the common rascally pirate they pronounced him. Funny, ain't it? They hanged him for other men's crimes, after he'd got away with his own piracy for years.
What become of Red Dog?
His foul deeds caught up with him. He wound up on the self-same gallows as took Captain Kidd.
And what happened to Kidd's treasure? If there was a treasure, that is?
Who knows? But as long as buried treasure raises a gleam in the eyes of men, I'll wager there'll be those on beaches from here clear down to Antigua, a-digging and a-scrambling in the sand for just one small sea chest of William Kidd's.